So today I'm outside and my mom called me yesterday about wanting to do a celebration for my brother and his passing. So she wants to do a little balloon ceremony where we just let balloons out in honor of him. Sorry, the balloon is wrapping around the camera. But yeah, so she's got a few at her house in New York, and I have mine that I just got. But I just wanted to say like some thanks before releasing my balloon with Jay passing. I like the life that, well, no, I love the life that I'm living right now, honestly, compared to where I was in any other moment in my life. And I'm just grateful for that. I'm grateful for the community that I have. I don't feel so alone because with him passing, I kind of had to lean on people and chose to lean on people for support and chose to try all these new things that exposed me to all these new communities that I wasn't a part of before. And just the self-love that his passing brought out of me. I'm grateful for the ways that I've grown to know myself, the ways that I've healed, the new person that I am, and even for the past self that I was. And I'm grateful for my relationship with my family and the healing that we've all accomplished between each other. And yeah, just grateful for nature for being there for me, because I would rely on nature a lot when it felt like things were too tough to talk about with other people. I could always just look up to the sky, look up to the moon, and talk to either one of those, and I don't know, I just felt heard. And I'm grateful for my cat. I don't think that he ever got to meet Vamp, but I mean, now he knows her, his spirit knows her, and I'm just grateful for all the love that I still have here to celebrate and rely on and acknowledge. I also, I'm grateful for his presence that's still with me, the love that we still share, and the connection that grows every day. The more that I learn about him, still astounds me and still makes me feel closer to him. Just hearing other people's memories about him that maybe I wasn't a part of, but other people were, and now I get to hear about them, whereas I don't know if he was alive, I don't even think that we would be having those types of conversations, because we weren't this balloon, because we weren't beforehand. It looks like it just wants to go. Don't worry, your time is coming. Just hopefully it doesn't knock down the camera or the phone. Yeah, I'm grateful for his birthday because it's coming up soon and we still get to celebrate it and celebrate him. It's crazy because his loss of life showed me the appreciation of life and the one that I live, other people's lives and what they may be going through. And my self-love, the love that I share with my family, God, my relationship with God really grew. I went to go look back at my journal yesterday about to see the entry that I made the day or a few days after Jacob had passed away, because I remember how that day was when I found out. But I thought that I wrote about it. Maybe it's not in this journal because I keep a few, but the one that was in this journal that I had seen actually was pretty anger filled. I was like so upset at him and just at the world and all the drama in my family and the trauma that we were still healing from. So like looking back at it yesterday when I thought that I was gonna see some like solemn and comforting sort of journal entry, it was just a shock, and I honestly just started laughing. Couldn't believe that all that anger was stuck in little me at that time, you know, or came out of me at that point. But I guess I could talk about how I found out about it. So I was going into work, and I have to go through a gate post to get onto the area. So I was pulling up slowly to the guard, and he was moving or something like that, and almost fell like in front of my car. And I wasn't going so fast or whatever, but he was like, "Oh my gosh, I almost died." And I was like, "What? Like you wouldn't have died. I would have just like barely tapped you or something like that." But it was just, I remember hearing that. And well, wait, let me back up a little bit. For some reason I woke up that day, and I do these things from time to time. I just like go through, I was taught certain techniques in therapy to process emotional trauma and emotions and trauma. And one of these techniques that I had done before was hosting like a funeral, in a sense. And the one that I had done before was to grieve the past version of myself that didn't get to experience all that I wanted, or all that I expected of certain people, like my parents. And so I woke up that morning and I wanted to do one of those for some reason. So I was like, oh, okay, well, that's nothing new. Like, I'll just, after work, I'll put on my little like outfit and gather the candles, and like I put on a whole show. But I was already planning to do that after work. And then that guy, the gate guard, had said that whole, "Oh, I almost died" thing. And I was like, okay, well, maybe the universe's theme today is death and grieving. Let's just run with it. And I went on to work. And then my coworker was talking about like a incident, like a car crash or something like that, on another road that also leads into the area for my job. And he was saying that it was so bad that the ambulance had to come, and like you couldn't tell if the people from the cars had made it or something like that. So this theme was still rolling. I was just listening and paying attention, and just felt more aware of words surrounding like emergencies and death and grief and all that. And then I think I went home for lunch, and my brother, my younger brother, had called me, and I'm in the middle of like doing laundry and just like planning out that funeral technique for later, when my brother had called me, and he was like, "Are you alone? And like I have to tell you something." And he wanted, I guess, to see if I was like able to talk and if I was around anyone that I could like lean on at the time. But I just told him to tell me, and then he told me that Jacob had passed away, and I felt like the universe was already telling me that. So I reacted like, I guess it was like any old conversation. I was like, oh, okay, like, I think I knew that. I think that's what I've been hearing all morning, that somebody was going through this passing. And yeah, he kind of like broke down. And I don't know, I felt like Jacob was in a better place, and I felt as if I'd already been told this, I guess, for like the 4th time today or something like that. So I don't know, I didn't process my emotions fully in that moment or something like that, because they came out on that journal entry a couple days later. But yeah, I don't know, I guess I wanted to express that here, because looking back at that journal entry, I don't have it in there. And I don't know, I still hear how the universe talks to me, and I appreciated it in that moment. And I still appreciate it to this day, because it just feels like I'm being guided and supported all the time. Like, even when I was losing a life with my brother, even that early on, before I started taking my faith so seriously, I was still being guided, and I was still attuned and connected and all that. I also want to say that his passing pushed me to connect more spiritually with the world and with others, because I wanted to still have my connection with him, and not in a denial, like grief process way, but more in a sense of like, I accept that his physical body's not here, but his presence and the presence of my ancestors in general are all still very much alive. Their energy is very much still real and working for us and all that. So to, you know, it's sad to say that he's gone, yet I also got all this connection, this deep connection with him, and deep connection with the world and God through it. The past year I took a couple like, I want to say retreats, but they were just self-made. Like, I didn't go out into some area and go do this. I just did it like daily. I retreated from the real world, this physical world, and just would more so focus on my spiritual growth. And I don't think that would have happened so soon had Jacob not passed. So I'm grateful that he brought me closer to God, and that I learned so much about different, not only Christian religion, but just like my spirituality in general, or my spirituality in particular, what it means to me, and what I like and what I don't like, and what feels like what I feel called to, regardless of all the naysayers around me. But yeah, and I like have these gifts that I didn't have before, and I'm grateful for that. And I have this connection that I didn't have before, so I'm grateful for that. And yeah, I love you, bro, and I miss you. And I know that grief can be a sad thing. I went through many emotions processing his loss, and it all came back to love. So at the bottom of the anger was the hurt, because I had lost someone that I loved. And at the bottom of the sadness was the hurt, because I lost someone that I love. And yeah, every emotion and grief process, at the bottom of the denial and the negotiating was the hurt for losing someone that I had loved. And I know that I wouldn't trade loving him for any other experience. So with that, I honor him every day, and I honor myself every day by taking time to remember him and to tell him that I love him and that I miss him, and to do little ceremonies like this where I'm releasing a balloon into the sky in honor of him, and where I light little sparklers and put on the songs that remind me of him. I don't really know if they were his favorites, but I remember at one point some of them were when we were younger. And just to do things that he used to do and experience things that he never got to experience. So I don't know, it's like we're closer because I take him everywhere, whereas before I kind of limited him to his physical form and only felt like he was where he physically was. Now I feel him everywhere. So yeah. Alright, I think it's time to release the balloon. Let's get it from around this tripod. Alright, without trying to mess up the angle. Oh, there we go. Alrighty. And I got a little flower. I meant to get it in blue because blue's my favorite, but this is purple, and that's okay. Let's see. I think we can push this up. Way up there. Oh, come on. You could tell I'm new to this, huh? Okay. I'm just gonna take y'all with me. Figure out where I want to put this. This is the unedited part. There we go. It might get lost in the tree. So. Alright. We're just gonna release it. Oh, hey, kitty. My kitty cat. Come on. Bam. Bampy. 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 We're gonna release it. And I feel like it's gonna go in this picture. Don't know if it caught all that, but thank you guys for being here with me for this experience. See y'all next time.